Ati niko safarini, safari ya kwenda mbinguni. Welcome to the journey. Tuko safarini. Sote tunaelekea mbinguni. That's one of the songs in Bahati Matayas Choir. Tupo safarini. And us is the show that we are bringing to you. And today, with me in studio, I have one of the tallest guy in our group, the Peer Influencers of Christ, and I'm your host, Kevin Kamoyo, Kenkam. That is my nickname, Ken Kam, and I'm the son of Njoki. So karibu sana producer, unaweza niletea huyo jamaa. Welcome.
Thank you.
Kama tukatakate, karibu kwenye show.
Thank you.
Tueleze majina yako na kwa kifupi wewe ni nani?
Okay. Thank you very much, Kamoyo, for the invite to be on the studio, to get to share my journey in the Peer Influencers for Christ. My name is Wainaina Brian. Christ is Lord in my life, and I'm grateful for the far He has taken me. Wainaina is my surname, so that means my name is Brian Bumbe, though I prefer being identified by my father's name. I'm the son to Wainaina Dhumbe and Njeri Wainaina. Those are my parents, the firstborn child and son, brother to Wangeshi Wainaina and Mwaura Wainaina. In a family now of 5. And so far, God has been gracious enough. We have walked this journey, ups and downs, but we have made it this far. I studied at a day school, and by the grace of God, I managed now to be at St. Paul's University, currently doing my theological education. That's who Wainaina is.
Wow. And Wainaina is 2 days older than me. I call him my elder brother. So in just a quick glance, if you can remember how you met Reverend Don, the chaplain of the institution, so that you joined the ministry.
Okay, thank you. Reverend Don. I may not remember the actual day, though I can remember the year we met. It was 2022 when she was posted at Kamboi Presbytery for the institutions as the chaplain. And you see now, from where I come from, there are so many schools under her. And then we get to meet, and we planned a schedule on how I would visit her at her office. And I remember this day I visited her, and we got to talk, and another minister joined us. He had come to the office for some other things. And then I remember the photo that we took, the 3 of us, 2 ministers, and Sasa a theologian to be. It was good. We talked, and as we all know, she gets to ask questions. And if you don't get to learn her well, you might end up answering everything at the same time. And if you don't get to understand her, you might not know her at all. Because even you, najua tu si kuuliza tu, pia unafaa kuuliza question. So that's how we met with the Reverend Don. And the journey began back in 2022. Unfortunately, I was to join school, so I joined school at May 2022. But I managed to come to the schools, and I remember the first school that I went was Nyaga Secondary School. I never knew why they sent me there, but that's where I did my first sermon under the chaplain Nancy, and everything was well, and I thank the Lord.
Wow. So is it a calling you had to join the ministry, or it's just because you are a theologian student, you say wacha nianze na hii inaitwa internship? So is it a calling, or is just the line of your faith?
It's a calling. Now, this calling, to my surprise, came a long way, even before we met with the Reverend Don. Because even as the time we are meeting, I was already sure of what I wanted to do. I was sure of which course I wanted to pursue, and I have been a leader at the congregation. I have been the chairperson, and I remember I pushed the office so that we could do ministry in the schools. I had been to Nyaga Primary for their pastoral program. So it's a calling. It's not something that it came with the posting of the chaplain, but it has been there, and I thank the Lord for it.
Amen. So I want us you take us through the challenges and the achievements so far in this group and in this ministry.
Oh, challenges. Maybe I'll start with the recent challenge that we had, whereby we found ourselves not having the numbers to go for the pastoral program. That is PPI on Friday, which is done on Friday at the same time. And you see, having 10 schools, that means we will need to have each person for each school. And unfortunately, this day, some of our members couldn't have made it. Then now you get to find the only members present are less. So the challenge is we need the pupils to be preached, to be ministered to. And then with the numbers cannot allow. So you have to switch and to run to this school, from this school to the other school. And of course, as we are doing it, it's not that we have our own means. So it was quite a challenge, but we managed. And as we say, everything has an advantage and a disadvantage.
Sure.
The challenges that I have faced from this group is that even if the numbers have grown to where we are at, most of them are not that active, and due to some reasons. But the challenge that I have seen come with is the fact that even if we are saying we are at a good number, I don't think tumefika where we need to be. Because for the pastoral program, it's not just about the parade. Because there is this lesson that runs from 8:20 to around 8 8:50, and it is called the PPI lesson. And being one of peer influencers for Christ, I would have wanted to take part in the lesson, get to share with the pupils. But you see now, I can't be able to manage the whole school because the lesson will run from 8:20 for everyone. So it has been a challenge. Now, maybe now if we got to have good numbers, each person for a class, it would have been good. The other challenge comes with the members themselves, and then you get to find from where I sit and where I observe, someone will just not come because he or she doesn't feel like joining the group. So it has been a challenge, but we thank the Lord for where He's taking us.
The achievements.
Well, the achievements. It has boosted a lot the way I interact with the students, particularly the teenagers. Being an introvert and being in ministry, you know now, when people hear about ministry and being a theologian, we don't expect to see a minister who doesn't interact with others. But with the way now I have been to schools, have interacted with them, and have also, it has also helped me set boundaries for my life. I don't need this, I want this. So also when it comes to part of my spiritual nourishment, I have grown to a bigger extent. Yes, and so many others.
Sure. The achievements are many, as the past volunteers you have heard from them. The challenges are there also. We were here with Zombe giving us the other Zombe. Zombes are very tall. He was tall also. He told us about the weather also. So the challenges are there, and the Lord's power has been, or the Lord's grace has been sufficient, that even if we are here with those challenges, there are still achievements. Even in those challenges, we still find ourselves, we are able to minister to the students. He has given one of the challenges being the numbers reducing. Yes, people are there, but they are very busy. The time we want to go to the schools, some withdraw because of maybe work or school. But we managed, because I was in the part of the guys that went to 3 schools. So you find you are running from this school to the other school to the other schools, covering 3 schools, and it has not been easy. But I know the Lord grace will be sufficient. It's part of this journey. It's part of our journey. So Brian, I want you to encourage that one person out there who maybe wants to join the Peer Influencers for Christ, or wants to join the ministry. He or she has the urge to preach to our students. What advice can you give to them, or the words of encouragement?
Maybe even before I get to answer that, just remembered about the challenges. And you get to find like where I come from school, it's quite far. And maybe before I get to where I'm going to school, I'll need to have maybe taken the entire day coming to these sites. And you get to find that, yes, you are willing to be at school, but due now to some personal issues, you can't be able to get to the school. though the urge to be at school equal. And now getting to answer your question, maybe you are there and you want to join the group. First of all, don't join the group just to identify yourself with the peers influencers for Christ. I know it has happened, or if not, in one way or another it happened, and maybe the person left. I don't know. Though, don't join to identify with the group, and probably you don't have that calling. Because even as you are answering and as you are planning to join, I would say it's part of answering the call to ministry. And when you get to hear this, yes, it's possible. God calls us in various ways. And one way he calls us is to minister. Maybe come talk to the pupils, and when you do that, you have answered the call and you have done which the Lord wanted. So don't feel, I don't know how to put it, but don't diminish yourself now thinking of where you would start. Maybe you are not even from the Presbyterian church and you have that calling to do ministry in schools. You are welcome. Come, minister to the pupils, and God will bless you.
Yeah, so be encouraged out there. We need more volunteers to be part of this journey. And this journey is long. This journey has rocks. This journey has valleys, the tough times, the good times. And so, I guess we'll put this in the part of challenges that sometimes you are down and you are supposed to encourage others.
Yeah.
And you find yourself in a tricky situation. I'm telling people to do what I'm expected to be doing. So sometimes we preach, when we preach, we are also the listeners to the message because we allow God to use our voices. So thank you, and may the good Lord guide you out there and strengthen your hearts and strengthen your mind. And always follow us, subscribe, hit the follow button, weka kale ka notification, weka kengele, and we will always be bringing more influencers to talk to us, and we get to hear their part of the story. God bless you. Ati niko safari yako na mbinguni.